The plan focuses on 5 main objectives: educational outreach, heritage preservation, community collaboration, organisational agility, sustainability and funding. The Trust points out it's always had a plan and adheres to statutory objectives, but it wants to take stock of where it's been, where it's at and where it's going.
We've been around for over 35 years, and it's normal for heritage organisations out there in the world, apparently around the 30-year mark, they start to get sort of an identity of crisis. There's been some big changes in the local heritage management scene locally as well. We had the new Heritage Act in 2018. We've got the Ministry for Heritage, and which working a lot and put a lot of structure into, for example, the way that developments happen and the heritage safeguards are in place for that, and guidelines for architects and developers to follow. There's also the Town Planning Department, which are also very structured in the way they approach the many planning applications that in the very active development scene there is on the Rock. So the Trust has always been filling in these roles, because no one else was doing them. But I guess we fulfilled one of our aims in that there are lots more people aware of heritage, and everybody needs to be the gatekeeper for heritage.
The strategic plan envisages a Gibraltar where heritage is deeply valued and integrated into all parts of life. It outlines a vision for collaboration across government, communities and institutions. CEO Claire Montado believes that other than its preservation role, the Trust also offers stability.
The world is quite a crazy place, and I think when you come home you have that sense of stability, and I think that's something that the Heritage Trust can provide, and I think sometimes it's taken for granted by people out there. It's something we've been doing for decades, trustees and boards before even my time at the Trust, but I think it's really sort of matured even further over the last decade or so. I think you value heritage perhaps as you gain perspective in life and you get older, and that's when a lot of people come and say, I want to join the Trust, I'm retiring, and our message is always don't wait until you retire to join the Trust, and there's so much you can learn about where we live and the sense of place that Gibraltar has and the importance of preserving that for future generations. I think sometimes that's mixed in with nostalgia, but it really is, I can't say it enough times, that our heritage is the core, our heritage and culture, our identity, and it's at the core of who we are in this world. We're a very small place, so we have to make sure that we amplify that identity as in any opportunity that we get.
The Trust agrees there's a perception of it being seen as fuddy-duddy and acknowledges that heritage may perhaps become more important as we gain perspective in life. Basically, that it appeals to older people. But it says it has an open-door policy and opts for a pragmatic approach to development. It also wants to expand its educational programme to reach out to the young.
There is a very high demand and an increasing demand, I'm glad to say, from schools and youth groups and all across the board for people want to know more about their heritage, and we find it very difficult to keep up with that demand. At the end of the day, we're a charity, we have a grant by government, but it's not enough to do what we want to do. Of course, every charity is going to say it's never enough. So we need to, when we say bold, we need to step beyond that. We want to grow our staff, we want to increase the activities that we can do so that we can deliver and not have to turn people down when they come and ask for us to come, to come in and deliver something for them. We always manage to, but it's always at the expense of something else.
There's a strong demand for local products, and books and merchandise are becoming increasingly popular. It's exit through the gift shop, a snapshot of what the Trust has to offer and a reminder that it's ready to move with the times, but, like our heritage, is here to stay.